Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy Francis, and you clicked on this video because you want to get into gaming because you, like the rest of us, are afraid to leave your house because you don't want to die. So maybe you've already started playing some games on your phone and realized those aren't real video games. Those are just casinos disguised to look like video games. Except for this channel's sponsors. The sponsor games are real video games because they pay for my Mountain Dew. So download those. But the rest are trash. But good news, right now at the beginning of a new console generation and with new video cards on the market, you can become a real gamer like me and get so fat that you can no longer see your feet and you lose your big toes to diabetes. By following this simple guide, you can be a real gamer too, and then join us in complaining about female characters and gay characters being in our video games on Twitter. Because apparently that's what we do, I don't know. Step 1. Determine what you're going to buy to play your video games on. Normally, the most affordable way to get into the hobby is by buying a gaming console like the Xbox Series X or the PlayStation 5 or even a Nintendo Switch. But thanks to the human garbage that is known as a scalper, it's almost impossible to get one of these at retail price. Fun fact, the reason they call them scalpers is because I want to cut the top of their heads off. Normally, you could buy a Nintendo Switch for $300 or one of these devices for $500, but now you're going to need a little bit more than that. You're going to need about $1,000 to buy one of these devices from one of these scalpers, so what I recommend is catfish them anyway. Just pretend to be an attractive girl and start an OnlyFans, because that's where these piece of shit scalpers spend the money anyways. They're simps. Alternatively, you can always rob a bank, but don't forget to wear your mask. Even if you're Republican, this is the one time you're going to have to wear a mask, buddy. Once you have the money, it's just a matter of personal preference. Which gaming system do you want to play on? If you're a man-child like me, you might want to purchase a Nintendo Switch because, like me, your maturity level is still stuck somewhere in the early 90s, and you'll be playing these same kiddie games until you die of a heart attack in 20 years. But if you want the latest cutting-edge technology and want the finest graphics and want to play single-player games that have adventures that you will never ever go on, you might want to pick up a PlayStation 5. Because let's admit it, even after the lockdown, you're not going anywhere. This isn't a choice for you. This is a lifestyle. Admit it. And maybe, if you're a dude bro who just wants to play games like Gears of War and Call of Duty and use the live service to call other people racial names, then you probably want to pick up the latest Xbox, the Xbox Series X. And now we're on to step 2. Now what? The answer is spend more money. You gotta spend more money. Now that you have your gaming console, obviously video games are going to cost you money. But they cost more now than they ever did. In fact, just this generation, they raised the average price for the base level of a game from $60 all the way up to $70. So that's good news. Then in order to play these games online for most services, not Xbox anymore, you gotta pay for the Gold service or for the PlayStation Plus or even Nintendo Switch Online, and that's going to run you anywhere between $5 to $15 a month. Oh, then there's high-speed internet because all of these games have day 1 patches and then day 3 patches and day 8 patches, and you gotta connect online to verify that you own the game that you already paid for, so you gotta pay for that too. So that's another $99 a month. Then you probably want to upgrade your television and take advantage of the new HDR and the 4K output that you just paid for. That's another $1,000. But good news, now that you have high-speed internet, a brand new television, a gaming console, and the game you want to play, as well as paying for the service that lets you play it out online, now you're ready for step 3. Step 3. Fuck you, give us more money. I know when you were playing video games as a kid, when you bought the game, you got the whole game, but not anymore. Not with DLC, season passes, and microtransactions, though I don't think we should call them microtransactions. They've been supersized, like I used to do at McDonald's before my doctor told me it was killing me. Now, once you've downloaded almost any video game, you have to put in your credit card information so that you can buy additional characters, additional weapons, additional skins, and other stuff. And if you don't, everybody in the game is going to make fun of you, or worse, kick your ass. If you're upset about rich people doing better than you in real life, then imagine how upset you're going to be when little old Timmy with his dad's credit card downloads all the guns he needs to beat your newbie ass. But for one low price, you can subscribe to this season's pack as well and start getting some of the guns that will be immediately outdated next season. Seriously, that's how they do that shit. Have you tried Destiny 2? That's what they do. But after spending all of that money, you too can play that game for as long as you want until the next one comes out next year. Or they just shut the servers down because the game's a failure. But when that happens, it just gives you an opportunity to get up, leave the couch, go out in the world, and earn an additional few $100s so that you can pre-order the next game. It's like a constantly revolving treadmill of sorrow and misery. Not that any of us would know what a treadmill is. But gaming continues to be a great way to avoid human interaction so that we can pretend we're the reason no one wants to fuck us. Happy gaming!